All right, guys, we are in Manistee, Michigan. Over here on the shores of Lake Michigan. Let's drive around, walk around, and see what we can find. All right, first stop in Manistee is the SS City of Milwaukee, which is a retired ship, it looks like, and it is a National Historic Monument now. And I'm not sure if it's up for tours, but I do believe it is. Yeah, visitor parking, yeah, National Historic Landmark. And we'll show you a little bit about what that looks like if you come and visit. It looks like they have a gift shop and things like that over here. And tours where you can walk up inside there and see what that old ship is all about. If you're into ships and national landmarks, come and check out the SS City of Milwaukee here in Manistee. Alright, so I found the downtown Main Street area. Let's take a quick drive through Manistee, see what we see from the car, and then we'll park it and take a quick walk. So this is the Vogue Theater. Looks really historic. Beautiful downtown area here in Manistee. And there is even a river that is down this alley here. Quick alley check here for my followers. We like to look at alleys, see how clean they are. Looking spotless here in Manistee. And there is free 2-hour parking in this town. So if you're curious on how that works, we got a pretty good spot today. It's not peak tourist season, so we kind of got lucky on that. But beautiful storefronts. I mean, we're talking like Christmas village looking type of architecture here that has been preserved over the years. Got antique shops. Families strolling through here. We got t-shirt shops over here. There was a chocolate shop back there. I'm sure there's toy stores and things like that. So stay tuned. Just look at this architecture here and the styling of. There's a TJ's pub here on the corner. And just imagine when the weather's warmer, you can hang out and sit there on the corner. Exception. Looking back up here, there's some loft apartments along the riverfront there, and another drawbridge it looks like. And we're going to take you all the way down and show you all of downtown here in just a second. All right, guys, so we made it across the street there, and we're going to take you on through here, the rest of it. Enjoy a little bit of music here as I post up some of the statistics about Manistee for you and the demographics. All right, looks like we found what looks to be the Princess of Manistee boat. Not in operation today, but it looks like definitely something that you could park over here, take some sort of cruise on in the summer, which I'm sure would be very pretty. It may take you out to the lake. I'm not quite sure. Again, we are near the shores of Lake Michigan. And that river I just showed you is called the Channel River, or just a channel in general, and it'll take you out to Lake Michigan. We found a clock. There's the clock on Manistee. But yeah, some of these buildings are just so well preserved. Tell me in the comments below what you guys think of this town and whether or not you would like to come here sometime. It's kind of like a postcard, or, I mean, pun intended. Let me zoom in on this store over here as I say the pun. It's almost straight out of a Hallmark movie. And there's a Hallmark store right there to go with it. And here's the Manistee Victorian Port City River Walk. And a little bit of a map here to go with it. Pets are permitted. Here is the historic Elks Lodge building. And then, like I said, the Hallmark store is over there. There's a little bit more down there. Some more bistros, cafes. Looks like an artist mall. And maybe another store down that way and things like that. So let's keep exploring. There's a building from 1893 over there as well. I can just picture this being some sort of old saloon or dance hall from back in the 1800s, the way it's designed, that greenish building with the Americana near the windows over there. Tell me what you guys think it used to be. I just picture it being like some sort of dance hall and or saloon. And then you have Fricano's Eatery and Gathering Pub. And it says, come on in for lunch, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday happy hour specials and drink specials daily. So go ahead and check them out. And this is the Manistee County Historical Museum. Looks like the entrance is over here in a narrow, well, maybe not the narrow staircase, but there was a local talking about a narrow staircase, and that might have been what she was referring to. But here's the Manistee County Historical Museum, located inside the Lyman building. Looks like 1883 it was the year built. And there are some of the old vintage photos from its heyday. is Manistee City Hall. That is too cool because it looks like ones that you would almost be familiar with in a TV show. I think of Parks and Rec. That's the first thing I think of when I see that, but I know it wasn't filmed here. What does it remind you of? And look at these absolutely stunning buildings ahead too. We got to go down there and figure out what those are too. And there is the Manistee News Advocate building. Yep, so that is the Manistee Public Library. Looks like there is a point of interest sign in front of it, probably talking about the history. We'll hit that up on the other side of the street. Meanwhile, this is the Ramsdale Regional Center for the Arts, which looks like it was the Ramsdale Theater at one point. Curious to know what that might have looked like back in the day. And it looks like they still have events there. Friday, June 13th, they have the Tipsy Roosters coming to town. Getting up a little bit closer to it here for you. I don't think I've seen a building like this in America in a while. I mean, I expect some of this kind of architecture maybe while visiting Europe, but you can just imagine the stagecoaches and the horse and buggies just coming through here, dropping folks off. I'll go see a show, night out on the town, women wearing the nice big ball gowns and men with the cigars and the top hats and all that cool stuff. And how about this Victorian style mansion here next door, straight out of a Stephen King movie, if you will. But isn't that just gorgeous, guys? All right, here's a little history about the Ramsdale Theater. It is on the National Register of Historic Places as of 1972, and it was built between 1902 and 1903. And has a theme of a grove near Athens. And the dome and lobby murals were the work of Thomas Ramsdale's son, Frederick. So, again, there is a actual concert coming. It's nice to see, even still to this day, that the old buildings are being used and somewhat of a fashion of like the old days. Modern version of what used to be. And here is a very old gas station sitting over here on the corner. It's no longer in use, but that is just straight out of 1940, I want to say. But you can just imagine what, Model Ts and old Hudsons and all that stuff pulling over there and getting fuel. So I thought that was super cool. And then this is back here at the public library. And again, it has a sign in front of it that talks a little bit about the history of that. So as I walk by, I will show you that. Okay, so the history of the Manistee City Library looks to be that it was built in 1902 and opened in 1905 as the library. Huron architect George L. Harvey was part of that whole process and was listed in the National Register of Historic Places. So this town is full of history, guys. There is the Masonic building. There's a historic bookstore over here, as well as an entryway to the Manistee Riverwalk to lead you out to the Riverwalk and stuff. But the gazebo that you see there is on the other side of the channel, so you would have to go back into the center of town to cross over. But it does look like there is a Riverwalk on this side as well, or else they wouldn't be advertising it. A lot of emporiums, restaurants, cafes, bistros, pubs, gift shops, anything from music stores, art galleries, cigar shops we've seen, clothing stores, taco shops, and coffee shops, of course, if I haven't mentioned that, and even a sports card collector store up ahead. So this town is definitely worth coming down and spending the day. Park, shop around, get a bite to eat. Trophies Cafe here has brunch, coffee, pastry, sandwiches, ice cream. I mean, the kids would just absolutely love it here if you have kids. It's safe, it's clean, and there's plenty to do here. Even have public restrooms and the theme of the town, old-fashioned and in a historic place. I apologize for the wind noise if there is some, kind of going against the wind a little bit here. If you haven't yet, make sure you like and subscribe. Still on the road to 1,000, so I can someday get monetized. I'll upgrade my equipment and make these videos even better quality for you in the future, as I really enjoy making these videos. I can make more of them, and they'll slowly and surely get better and better in quality as I can afford to get better equipment. So, all right. So yeah, we're down here toward the end of, well, I should say actually, this is more the beginning of Main Street coming off the main thoroughfare. And this is what you see when you first come in. It's like some sort of nightlife park area here with a fake palm tree. It looks like people sit out here, maybe enjoy an adult beverage or something like that. Maybe some live bands end up showing up and things like that. And then as you come down Main Street off the main thoroughfare, which is, I believe it's US Highway 31. Yes, 31. You would make a left on the main street here, and this is what you're going to see. And kind of speaks for itself. So let me know in the comments below what you thought of this town. If there's more to see and do and showcase in this video before we leave, I will feature it in the video. So stay tuned for more.